In the vast expanse of the Australian outback lies one of the world's biggest artworks. Depicting an Aboriginal hunter holding a woomera or a boomerang, this giant gearless wonder can only be appreciated by air. Dubbed Marree Man after the closest town to the site, its creation has been a mystery ever since it was first spotted in 1998. The variety and bizarreness of clues surrounding it leave almost anyone baffled when they try and figure out just who created the Marree Man. Located far away from any major towns or roads, Marree Man is 2.7 kilometers tall, equivalent to the length of 20 AFL fields, with lines 35 meters wide and over 30 centimeters deep. It even shows some scars and has a penis over 400 meters long. Marree Man was first spotted from the air on the 26th of June 1998 by charter pilot Trek Smith. When Smith set his plane down in Marree and told the locals what he'd seen dug into the desert floor, he assumed that they'd known about the artwork for ages, but they were as perplexed as he was. After examining satellite images, it was clear that the space occupied by Marree Man in the desert was a blank slate just weeks before. Those responsible for Marree Man worked fast, and it was only the beginning of the strange events surrounding it. In the months after Smith told his story, media and businesses in the region started receiving faxes from someone allegedly responsible for Marree Man's creation. They talked of how it would boost South Australian tourism and suggested that there may be some connections with other sites across the world. Later faxes directed police to a commemorative plaque buried south of Marree Man's nose, inscribed with Olympic rings and the American flag. Other messages pointed to clues buried near the CERN Giant and the Long Man in England. These clues said Marree Man was created to benefit South Australia and to honour Indigenous athletes at the Sydney Olympics, which were 2 years away at the time. While those behind Marree Man have never been uncovered, there are plenty of theories. The person most commonly brought up as Marree Man's creator is artist Bardius Goldberg. Goldberg was known to have created other artworks in the Northern Territory, but nothing as big as Marree Man. While Goldberg died in 2002, Goldberg's friends claimed that he confided in them that he was involved in Marree Man's creation, but didn't want it known to the public until after his death. He also received $10,000 after Marree Man's discovery, and never disclosed who gave it to him. Though he may have designed Marree Man's appearance and even come up with the concept, there's no way that Bardius Goldberg could have created it by himself. The sheer size of Marree Man and the speed at which it appeared in the desert would make it almost impossible for a lone person to be responsible. Could Goldberg have designed Marree Man and enlisted miners of the region to operate the heavy machinery necessary to carve its image into the desert? Another theory suggests Australian or American army troops may have created Marree Man for unknown reasons, perhaps out of boredom. And given that the Woomera Defence Force facilities are about 200 kilometres away, a short distance in the outback, it's reasonable that they would be under suspicion. The Americanisms in some of the faxes and the flag found on the plaque might suggest that the Americans had some involvement, and they certainly had the resources to pull it off. However, it seems a bit perplexing that a group of troops would go to such lengths to create an artwork. An Aboriginal hunter doesn't seem like the first subject most people associate with the military, especially for a project that may have spawned from boredom. Could it be instead that Marree Man was created by the army as an earnest tribute to the first Australians? There's also the possibility that the creators of Marree Man were themselves Aboriginal people. Given that Marree Man takes the form of an Aboriginal hunter, it's understandable to believe that local Aboriginal people created it, perhaps as a statement on native title disputes in the late 1990s. The Arabana people, whose land Marree Man lies on, doubt this idea though. When interviewed by the ABC in 2019, Aaron Stewart of the Arabana Aboriginal Corporation said Marree Man's hair, scars and headband are closer to the style of Aboriginal hunters in the Musgrave Ranges. If someone was trying to represent the local Aboriginal people, then they definitely got some details wrong. And it's also strange that nobody has ever taken credit for Marree Man and positioned it as a symbol of native title. Whoever created Marree Man certainly did achieve what those original faxes outlined. It has become a tourist attraction that brings in over $17 million each year. And charter flights to see Marree Man are available from local businesses. In 2016, Phil Turner and other Marree locals banded together to restore Marree Man, whose image had been eroded by weather and time. They even improved on its creation by digging the lines in such a way to store rainwater and allow plants to grow up in the desert. In one last twist to the Marree Man story, Turner and the other restorers were emailed detailed instructions to recreate Marree Man within 150mm of accuracy. They were so precise that they would have had to have come from someone involved in Marree Man's conception. Marree Man is a permanent fixture in the Australian Outback, drawing curious people from across the globe. Someone must know the real story behind it, but they are yet to reveal themselves. Until that day comes, and if it ever does, all who gaze on Marree Man will be left to appreciate its craftsmanship and ponder its mystery. Thanks for watching this video. This was actually a topic suggested to me by a commenter on another video of mine, so thank you to Butler Corp for the idea. And if you have any other ideas on other topics that you'd like me to cover on my channel, then please, everybody, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and think someone else might like it, then please do share it with them. And if you'd like to see more of me and haven't already, then consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you for the next one.